in 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the M&I's podcast. My name is Mark, and I'm joined by my friend and co-host.
Isaiah, nice to meet you.
Before we begin, I just want to say, if you like our content, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. For our full episode, you can find us on Spotify and Anchor. And now, Undisputed is in jeopardy. This news was brought to you by Mike Coppinger via Max Unboxing on ESPN. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is in jeopardy due to lingering contract issues. It is known that TC is taking a smaller pay cut without a guaranteed pay. The issue is Crawford wants transparency related to event expenses, since the contract does not contain a guaranteed purse. Another person that chimed in on this topic was the legendary boxing announcer Michael Buffer. If you don't know who that is, that's the guy who says, "Are you ready to rumble?" or something.
Oh, you should have done the voice.
I don't have the voice. I don't have the voice for that.
Just try it once. Let me see.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. No.
Not only that, but I think he copyrights it.
Oh, okay. No, just kidding. Don't do that. I lied.
But yeah, he tweeted this out. He says, "I've seen some of those expenses for fights. One classic example was a soda machine in a 2-month training camp where it was open to all help yourself. Then the sodas at a $10 per can were all logged as expense to a certain fighter's camp. It was a few grand." So, what do you think about this whole news? Who is in the right? Who's in the wrong? Should Crawford get transparency on the event expenses?
I don't see why not. That sounds so shady, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like imagine like you know you're investing in something or shoot, like you're going into a hotel, right?
Yeah.
And then they put like all those hidden fees. They just say fee, but you don't know what the fees are for. And so you just end up like paying like a dummy amount more, but they just put it under like a different name on the receipt.
Yeah.
That's so shady. So I don't know why there's not a lot of this. Well, I'm pretty sure this is not the first time it's happened. I'm just not sure anyone's called it out like this in a while. I've never seen someone call it out like this in a while. Maybe just because Terrence Crawford has a name and he's calling it out.
Mm-hmm.
But you shouldn't have this amount um of shadow behind what are the expenses, and especially the purse. Why is the purse without a guarantee, right? You're making the fight between two pretty big names in the sport, and yet you're not like telling them what are they responsible for, what's the expenses, or what are they getting. It's kind of up in the air,
Mm-hmm.
right? It sounds so shady. I don't know why it's like that. What do you think about that, Mark?
Hey, man. Before anyone says anything, Isaiah and I are pretty like, we already chose our fighters to win the fight, right? We have an idea. But I'll come to this conclusion that I think it's kind of strange to the people who are like, yo, TC's just afraid to fight Errol Spence, just signed the contract, dot. Bro, he wants to know what those expenses are. Like, he wants to know, like, hey, what if I'm getting screwed on the expense and I'm not getting a guaranteed amount of money? Because you as you know, PBC, which is a Premier Boxing Channel, is like favoring Errol Spence, and I'm not getting the amount that I deserve. Which I agree. You need some transparency in the contractual agreement. You need to show everything, and I think it's really equally important to note what Michael Buffer has tweeted, because he's been in the sport for a long time. He's seen all the different fights. He's announced and been the ring announcer for a bunch of the top 10 fights of this century. And he like gave insights to what goes on with those expenses, you know? So I think it's in Terrence Crawford's best interest to guarantee and to know everything, because like Isaiah said, it would suck if he's not getting anything and he's like not really understanding what's going on, and he's just getting charged and he's not getting any money because of a label called fees or
It's like
expenses.
it's like none of y'all, like whoever says just take the fight, none of y'all have seen South Park, huh? Like you know, none of you seen that one episode where like I forgot who it was. I think it was Stan or I can't remember, but they uh he didn't read the terms and conditions before getting the new iPad or whatever. And then
Mm-hmm.
like one of the things in the agreement was that he could take part in the experiment to get his mouth attached to his butthole or something like other people's butthole to create the human centipede type thing. None of y'all watch that, huh? So like,
What?
what if it's yeah, you haven't seen that? Have you seen that episode of South Park?
No, I haven't.
Oh
But
my god, dude, you're missing out. Okay, dog. If you guys go watch South Park, there's a human centipede. Okay, are you familiar with the horror movie Human Centipede, right?
yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay. So the South Park did a parody on it to where like someone didn't read the terms and conditions of when they got their iPad, and then like one of the characters got they got legally forced into doing Human Centipede with like Steve Jobs and everything. But the point is, like, everyone has a right to at least read what they're getting into before they get into it, because you don't know what's in there. Like look at this. Like Terrence Crawford is getting screwed over on a bunch of stuff, but you're not even looking at it.
Well, he's not signing that contract. If he did, then he would be screwed over. Which
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure his lawyers and his representatives were like, "Yo, you're not guaranteeing your purse, and we don't know what these event expenses will be, so there's no transparency." So, and this is a new promotional company you're trying to get into, so they're gonna favor their own fighters. So you need some transparency to ensure your safety in this. Which,
Exactly.
hey man, one big example in this in real life is buying a car. Buying a car,
Oh,
buying a home, signing off on a loan. Bro, you could sign off on a loan and then under those really fine prints that you didn't read because you just went all the way to the back of the contract and just signed it, might have been like, hey, we take a certain portion of your assets and it's ours as a part of liquidity. And you're pretty much screwed if you don't pay it.
oh my God.
So it's always important to read a contract at the end of the day. And if that is one of the contractual issues that's going on and this fight isn't made, that's a pretty bad thing. It's a pretty bad thing. And that's going to be a shame for us boxing fans because I want to see this fight between the two guys.
Yeah,
Um,
I think we. Well, I'm not sure if we brought this up last podcast, but these fighters they don't last their whole life
yeah,
fighting.
this is not a from your 60s, bro. This is
Yeah,
from your early teens, from your late teens, all the way up to maybe your mid 30s.
yeah, at best. So like people are I think I know we didn't talk about it last time, but there's a topic about uh the
Retirement.
triple G, no, the triple G and the Canelo trilogy happened too late, because even Dana White said that it happened too late. I agree with that. Um because we all know that Canelo was going to win, but if that fight was done a lot earlier, then like the odds would have been a lot more even and people would have liked to watch the fight a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the time and a place for these kind of things. Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford is something that we wanted to see for like the longest time. So we might not even see it at this point. It's lame.
You know what? I'm not gonna blame the fighters per se for the fight not happening. I would blame the promotional company.
Oh yeah, I would too.
I would blame whoever made the contract, bro. Whoever made this
Yeah,
contract had in mind for only one fighter and not the other, which is
that's
horrible.
lame.
Horrible,
That's
bro.
lame.
Bro. So I don't want to hear people blame Errol Spence because he's not the one making the contract, my guy. It's whoever is the mediator between the two camps.
Yeah,
That's bad. That's a
that is
bad
so
thing.
bad.
But tell us what you think, man. Tell us what you think. Who do you blame? Whether or not this fight will happen. Put that in the comments below. Do you think this fight's already too late because Terrence Crawford's already in his mid-30s?
Whew. Yeah, I know it had much time left.
It doesn't have much time left, and if it does, we know who to blame. Al Heyman. That's the guy.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah, just tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks. So, thank you guys for listening to the M&I's podcast. If you enjoyed our content or have anything to say about the things we talked about, please like, comment, and subscribe.
And for sure, we are improving every single day. And we always try to give you the absolute best from the M&I's podcast. Help us reach that 1,000 subscriber mark. And we will see you guys next time. Peace, guys.
Peace.